So... Yeah. So. Yes. So let's go into a, well, first, episode 3 of Magic Mushrooms Mead. I think I actually gave episode 2 a name on YouTube, but I can't remember what it was. And that reminds me, I should mute my phone.
Hey, buddy.
But yes, this episode, well, last episode, you guys started off in the middle of combat. You fucked up those goblins, and found out that the goblin boss was actually a gnome woman in disguise, a gnome who had sharpened all of her teeth. And Iggy actually kind of recognized her, had a bit of a flashback, but I think he kept that to himself. You guys bullied the goblins, the 2 remaining ones, quite heavily, and then stole their, let the 2 polar bears go and stole the wagon that they, that the goblins had. Brought it back to town and put the gnome woman on ice because Iggy really wants to speak to her. He put a note on her saying property of Baldur's Gate University. And then you heard some rumors. You heard about a rumor in in Bremen about a I should actually move the player screen so that you can. You're in Bryn Shander. Yeah, sorry, I said the wrong name. In Bremen, you heard about a monster in the lake that fucked up some fishers, and you heard about the coal mine up in that would be Tourmaline. Some problems with that, and how if it doesn't get fixed, then people are going to have to start paying much, much more to get coal from the dwarves in Dwarven Valley. And, I mean, coal is the majority of what they use to keep themselves warm. Most of the trees have had to be cut down in the last 6 years. But, yeah, you guys also heard about a couple murders. One in Goodmead, one in Bryn Shander, and one in Targos. Was it? Yes, it was East Haven. East Haven, Bryn Shander, and Targos. Right. He came from Goodmead. That's what it was. The killer, yes, did have striking blue eyes that almost glow in the dark, despite not granting you special vision. They're quite memorable. And that's pretty much where we left off, in the morgue with you guys chatting with the, looking over the body. And I believe you guys were planning to go talk with the landlady who had actually seen the killer. Yes. No? The guard. Right. So... Yep. So, Bremen has a lake monster. Not much you know about it other than it knocked over a fisher's boat. No idea. Bremen is a couple towns away, so you're not quite sure. You'd probably have to go that way and find out. Bremen is to the west. And then the other one was in Tourmaline, and that was the coal mine is all of a sudden not producing coal, and the coal miners will not go in. You're welcome. So, yeah. Well, you know that the next town, Targos, where the most recent murder happened, is the first town to the west. So you would have to go through there to get to Bremen or Tourmaline. So Bremen. So let's give this a little more light. There is not, but I can increase the radius. I've got it at 1.5, so let's put it at 5.5. No, not quite, a little more. Light set radius. You have not. It has, you took a short rest after the fight, but it is only 6:30. Yeah, it's 5:30 in the current 5:30 on the same day that you guys had arrived in Bryn Shander. What do you have in general? Okay, so... Yeah, so... Yeah, so... you guys are... Oh, you know what? I'll just move this up a bit so that you can see. So you guys are currently here in Bryn Shander. And this here is Targos, where the most recent murder happened. The road passes through there and over to Bremen on the other side of this river. And then another road heads up here to Tourmaline. You have not come across a doctor yet. Do you want to... Viewers have no idea, so how much do you want to actually say out loud so that viewers know, or do you want to keep that a secret? Have you taken him aside, or are you just saying this out loud for everyone to hear? Okay. So, I would say Arcana, if you have it. $15? Yeah, you know. Golemov as well? Okay. Yeah, give that medicine check a go. 20. Oh, man. Yeah. So, Severin, you know what a slaad is. And you do know that certain types of slaads... you do know that certain types of slaads can reproduce by causing injuries to creatures. And Golemov, with that, you can actually track from his bite on his leg. I don't know if you want to be taking off your pants for this, but you can track the almost almost imperceptible. Everyone's seen Tremors, right? So you can see the under the skin where it's been lifted slightly. It gets up to his waist and then disappears into his stomach. So it's somewhere in there. You have no clue. Possibly. If you kill him early enough before it's had enough time to gestate, then yes. But he would have to be dead. And once you've killed him, you think you'd probably have to dig out the creature. Clerical magic, if he'd gotten it early enough. It has been about a 10-day. It's a little late. once it gets to that point. Oh yeah. Yeah. Probably not. Yep. I don't believe they're chaotic evil. I think they're chaotic neutral. Let me just... Yeah. Let me see. Monsters. So they are chaotic neutral. So yeah, good and evil won't protect them. Powerful clerical magic might be able to do it. Powerful druidic magic as well. Okay. It does not appear to be magical. It is a biological creature. It would not be a poison or a disease. You know that some of the slaads do have a disease that they would also give out by a wound, but the type that he was bitten by did not have that chaos phage. That might take a few nights worth of meditation. Yeah, tonight it's only 5:30 p.m. right now, so that's true. You are in the morgue right now. There probably are poisons that do that. Possibly. It might just stay in and continue to eat. Says the guy who jumped into a pond full of quippers. It is a baby. That is, it would be strength athletics versus either athletics or acrobatics for you. You are in a town. It's not a city. It's... You're looking for a drug dealer? You probably could. An herbalist, there probably would be, yeah. Yeah. Tools are just interesting. So, herbalism. Let's find the one that's in Xanathar's. And down to herbalism kit. So, it could be, I'd say either Arcana or Medicine. So, intelligence or wisdom could be used. So you will have to go to the shop and see if you can find the right stuff. But yeah, first give me the medicine just to figure out what you might need. 19? Okay, you know what you might need. You still don't know if it will work, but something to get rid of parasites, you know what you would need. No. Okay. Oof. Okay, so I just rolled to find out if they have it, which they do. So yeah. So there are 3 ingredients, and she has enough for you to make 3 of these, I guess, potions. And it'll cost 50 for all the ingredients together. 50 gold. Yeah. Hey, it's Icewind Dale in a 5-year winter. It's expensive to get any herbs. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. So it'll take you about 8 hours to prepare it. After discount? What discount? Oh, that's 50 gold for the ingredients. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It'll make the rolls easier. You'll get advantage. Yeah. So, and don't know if you're going to be able to find the right book. What's your researcher background give you? So keep in mind that at this time, slaads are considered fairy tales. They're, yeah. Yeah. There's not a very big library, no. And yeah, not up here, unless you found a collector somewhere. Not that you actively know about. Yeah. That is a thing. I... That damn dog, eh? Right. Okay. So, your secret thing is a lot easier to find some information about. Patrick, I just have to tell you what one of the viewers says. Just in case, has anyone come up with some baby names for this thing? Drakid Nibrock. Okay. So, Golemov, you do find a little bit of information. It is there used to be a crystal spire here that shattered a few hundred years back. It's very likely that this came from that. They called the shards black ice. Right. Foster knows, but Severn doesn't. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yep. It is one of the two biggest, yes. While they're doing their stuff, give me a just a straight D20. Twenty 19. Okay, you do find a shady person. He's actually in the Northlook Tavern that you guys are staying at. It's a shady place full of shady people, so you do find someone. Takes you up to his room. What exactly were you looking for? Okay, so let me find in downloads. Enough to make an elephant hallucinate. Okay. So, which ones? This is in Vile Vices and Alcohol and Drugs. So, the mushroom powder, you already have some. And is Dawnflower the one? It's in Vile Vices then. Dawnflower. No, Dawnflower doesn't give you that. Okay, there is one that I think, so I'm going to check for Dream Mist and Sight. So not in here, but Sight. Yeah. Okay, so I spelled one wrong in our thing, so you can get Dream Mist or Sight. Now, Sight is expensive. A single dose, which is a speck of crystal, costs 100 gold. Yep. Aren't you asexual though? That would be persuasion. So you definitely want that. You don't want Dream Herb. $21. Let's roll him a okay, yeah, you do get him. There's not much of a discount. He will give you a... Okay, so he will give you a 14 gold discount, so it would be 86. If you want to try to steal some, because you have seen where he's keeping it, you can give me a sleight of hand. Okay. Oh, I rolled a d10, not a d20 to see if anyone's around. There does not appear to be anyone around. He smacks you to try to get you to shut up. Yeah. He smacks you on the side of the head and says, "What are you doing?" Okay. He is a commoner, so yes. It does 0 damage. Okay, you slap him back. Says 60. 60. That'll get you 2 doses. Yep. Says, considering what you just did, 60 for 2 doses. You're not down there anymore. Says 30 for 1. Okay. So, 2 doses of Dream Herb. Oh, it follows. All right. You'd think. So, you've got Dream Herb, and he tells you that you need to steep it in tea. Yep. Yep. Okay. Better than when I tried to grow just the mustache. Trust me. My sister said that if she didn't know me, she wouldn't have allowed me around her kids. It was that bad. That's what I do in Movember, is the handlebar. Eat some meat. Really? So don't trim the middle? Hmm. Everyone's everyone's got bald patches. I've got 2. Oh yeah. Get a fake Hitler mustache to fill in the area. Yeah. Yeah. It's because Hitler was such a fan of Charlie Chaplin. That's why he had that mustache. But anyway. So are you doing the meditation tonight? Okay. Okay, so you want to weaken him first. Okay. So you're gonna wait a day or two to do it. Yeah. It is not family friendly. I have it set to not family friendly already, so... Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh. Alright. So are Severin and Iggy gonna sleep in after brewing this? Okay, so you're gonna stay in Bryn Shander for a few days? Who's gonna believe a slaad infection? Really? Yeah. 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 So, long rest, you can still use. You use your hit dice to heal just like with a short rest. The full 10-day rest, you get your hit dice back. And with a full 10-day rest, you shop and you can do some other downtime activities. That's when you're going to level up, is with a full 10-day rest. Well, once you get to the right amount of experience points, that's how you level up. Oh, that was a ways back. Yeah. So, basically east or west. You're in Bryn Shander. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, first we're going to do. Let's get a medicine check with advantage from Severin to make these 3 potions. You can do a single one because you've made them all together. Yeah. Oof. Okay. So, if this is something that's going to work, you think it's definitely going to work. Otherwise, you're giving him something that's not going to kill him. Yeah. True. So, yep. Okay. Did I have that wrong? Yep. Yes. Yes. You do get that benefit. It's up to you. You have no idea with what this is. Could be that he needs all 3. Could be that he doesn't need all 3. Could be that this is just to make him feel better so that he doesn't know that he's gonna die. That sort of thing. It would wreck the potion. Okay. So let's get a from you a Constitution saving throw. And okay, you get very sick. But I mean, you keep it down. You just feel very, very sick for an entire day. You think your liver might be a little fucked for a while. You might not want to drink alcohol. You said you drank all three. Yeah. Okay. So let's open up that tea. So I need a wisdom saving throw from each of you. Golemov and Deckard. Oh, and it looks like we got a fifth person, didn't we? Oh, your thing crashed. That's why. Whew. If you want to choose to fail. Give me a Golmov, give me an intelligence check. Just a straight intelligence check to see if you know anything about Dream Herb. Both of you can. Okay, so with a 12, you do know, Corbin, that regardless of whether or not he fails, he will still trip. Yeah, sure. I would say with the herbalism kit you can. That is nature or survival with your herbalism kit. So so, yeah. You both, Golemov, are you going to roll that wisdom? 10? Okay. You don't know. So, Golemov. Yeah, go for it. Yep. Okay. All right. So. All right. Golemov. Within 30 minutes of drinking this tea, you fall asleep. Just nice, calmly fall asleep during your meditation. You're talking him through the things to do, and then you just you have the most vivid and powerful dreams you have ever had. You are fucked. Yeah. Yeah. Deckard, you stay awake. You don't fall asleep because you passed your save. You're in the zone. Give me a wisdom check. 13? Okay. You're not quite as in the zone as you'd like to be, but I mean, you feel like you're in the zone, you took this, and you're feeling like a little bit numb from it, but not numb enough to just fall right asleep. It's, 9 o'clock. Do you think you'd be going to bed around this time, or no? Yeah. So a few hours later, you do go to bed, and even though you don't dream, you dream. You're in your body looking for your slot. What is the dream that Corbin Deckard has where there's also a slaad? Okay. You... Okay. You find this, and it's like that. What's it called? The thalidomide man, the guy who does bodyworks. With all the people who are basically like slowly, yeah, the plasticized people. Yeah. So you see yourself. So you see yourself, and then this person that you're looking at takes a step forward, and he's got a little less skin, and then less flesh, and less, until you get to the point where you can see the internal organs, and you see this little red tadpole. You see this little red tadpole that is basically cuddling your heart. So this little tadpole has a terrible nightmare as you're having this vivid dream. And you both wake up in the morning. And you do not. So, if you want to take some mushrooms, you can. Okay. What are the mushrooms in this one? Yes, mushroom powder. So you don't even have to roll anything for those mushrooms. You take them and you are you get mild hallucinations for how long? Normal hallucinations. So for the next 2 hours, you have some minor hallucinations. For the next hour, for the first hour after waking up, your intelligence and wisdom are both increased by 2. Okay. And so all right. How much do you actually know what, Golemov? About slaads. I think Severin and Corbin and... Actually, I think Corbin and Iggy knew that when we first rolled for it. Control crystals have to be put into. Yeah, they don't automatically grow in there. They have to be put in. Looks like we lost Foster for a moment, but should be back. Yeah. Yeah, you're not sure if it's sapient or sentient yet or not. You're telepathic, aren't you? You can give it a try. Okay. Yeah. So you don't get a response, but you do feel like it heard. Yep. That's what you were doing. It's you don't get the feeling like it's not responding because it doesn't want to. It's just not responding. Oh, and look at that. I think we got Dylan, yeah. You can give it an idea. Yeah. Okay, we're in a 5-player, so I've got to cover up Lilith. Sorry, now I have to fix all the cameras. Oh, that's fine. It's not your cat. It's, yeah, Dylan showed up. Okay. So, in the middle of an abortion. Okay. There's you. And Iggy's fine. Golomov's fine. I'm fine. Okay. You move up. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, wonderful. Ugh. Wonderful. Anyway, so, Skamos, what you have missed is everyone's discovered that Corbin has a slaad in him. He's discovered that it's wrapped around his heart. He's taken an herbal poison that Severin and Iggy made to try to weaken it, or perhaps kill it or get it out. It's an anti-parasite kind of thing that they made. And he spent the night tripping balls with Golomov. Yeah. You guys have also decided that you're going to be going west to Targos and possibly up north from there to Tourmaline. We are on the 10th now. We've moved forward a couple days because you were doing your creating stuff and then taking it and all that jazz. So on the 10th, you'd be leaving. And yeah, Golomov, you have, what is the exact thing for dream herb? You have advantage on all wisdom saving throws and ability checks for the next 12 hours after waking. Corbin Deckard, you have that for 6 hours. Wisdom saves and ability checks. It would be west first to get to, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So... Two unnamed ones, yeah. Sounds good. All right, John and Paul. John, Paul, George. We seem to do that with a lot of the NPCs. Last campaign, you had Bob and Marley. Marley died immediately. He died within 4 hours of meeting you guys. You met him in the bar brawl, and then you took Bob and Marley with you into the sewer, and then Marley got he got killed by the mind... No, not the mind flayer. He got killed by the intellect devourer. And then you named your bar after the intellect devourer. Nope, Bob survived. Couple hundred. Yeah, so he's probably dead by now. But... Alright. It is Eleasis. Eleasis. So, you guys, despite the axe beak, because you've got that giant thingamajigger, that giant carriage, you are going to be taking about 2 hours to get here. Yes, you've had a long rest. Yeah. Spells you get back like normal. Yeah. 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 So spells and class features and race features are all normal. It's just the hit points and hit dice. So you guys arrive. So this goes up and over here, and you arrive in Targos. It takes 2 hours. Color to black, close, and go back to lighting, and light through fog on radius 7. Yeah, 7's good. Let's save that, and just to make things look a little better, let's go map background to also black so that, there we go. So you guys arrive in Luskin. It is a decent walled city as you come in. You guys do have the, yes, so let's zoom in a little so that you're not, so that you might actually be able to read what's on there. So you're coming from the sort of southeast and up. I guess no one can see my little hand on Streamlabs right there, so there's no point in pointing to stuff on there. But yeah, you come in, it's a nice walled city. Looks like it's kind of fallen on hard times recently, but so has everyone. And as you are coming in, you get to the first major intersection here. You get to this little intersection right there, and you see a young woman tied to a stake. She's dressed in summer clothes. Sorry? No good. Oh, hey, we've got we got Melissa. Let's switch over to 6-player map. And oh no, all of the cameras are in the wrong spot again. Oh, damn. I wish I could just get that fixed, but I can't. Okay, camera 1. That is going over here. And camera 2 is down here. Camera 3 is up here and needs to be wider there, less wide there, and a little bigger there. There we go. That's Melissa. That's Pat. Okay, where is... oh, I've got 2 where Melissa is. That's right. There we go. There we go. That's all of those. So, Melissa, you missed a couple things. Everyone found out that Patrick has a... he's pregnant with a slaad. A little tadpole is wrapped around his heart. Yeah. Still didn't work. Slaad. It's a slaad, which they are crazy chaos frogs. Let me see if... SLAAD. Yeah. Big, ugly frog people. Yes. Well, you guys have just spent 2 hours on the road, so you could probably do it while you're on the road. And all right. Okay. You do have your telepathy plus speak to animals. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. You don't get anything from the speak to animals. You get the feeling like it's not an animal. It's some sort of... like it's a sapient creature. Not quite reached sapience yet. It's not gestated far enough to become an actual tadpole, but it is growing. You reach a mind because you are telepathic, but your telepathy only works one way. You can tell that you've reached a mind, but you don't know if whatever you want to say gets through. All right. Okay. um, okay. All right. Corbin, you cough. You feel a pressure in your chest, like something just kicked your lung. It would also have to break through his chest cavity to get to you to fight you. Yeah. 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 All right. Yeah. Oh, not this kind of meth. So, Melissa, you also missed as you guys got into the new town. This is Targos. As I was saying to the others, it's a nice walled city that seems to have fallen on hard times like everywhere else in Icewind Dale. And as you get to the first major crossing here, you see a young woman tied to a stake. She's dressed in summer clothes. Particular like direction, not following gravity because it's just frozen. Yeah, popsicle version. Yeah, she is definitely not alive. She's yeah. Her okay. You do see a woman nearby crying, and someone's trying to convince her to go inside where it's warm. The woman is not very coherent, but the person with her says, yes, she won the lottery. And it says you. The guy says you don't have to tell me twice. It's been like this for a few months, and well, the speaker, some woman calling herself Vernus, came to town and convinced enough people to make sacrifices to this Queen of Air and Darkness, she called her, to pray to her for the end of this everlasting rhyme. The Vernus. Queen of Air and Darkness. Yeah, you could do that. She definitely jumps when you do that. She's not ready for it, but yeah, you can do that. It It generally, I believe, needs something to burn, but you can start it and it will slowly go out, but it will be warm for a short time. As for Severin, give me an Arcana check. 16. Okay, so you have heard this in connection with oral before, but you've also read and maybe even heard when you were a child stories of the Fae Queen of Winter. The Queen of the Winter Court is also called the Queen of Air and Darkness. It's possible that this person is referring to her or referring to oral, or in some weird way kind of merging the two in their head. Yeah. Yeah. You think even a Fae Queen wouldn't ask for this kind of thing. Fairies... Right. And a Fae Queen would ask for not so much a sacrifice for death, but a more like a life to, yeah, basically creating one of Skamos' kind, changeling, by swapping the babies, and they get the life of the child kind of in their, yeah, exactly. He says it was a couple months ago she came through. She's not here anymore, but she convinced enough people that the speaker Nerth decided to start making the sacrifices. Says he'll be at the Luskan Arms. All right. Save map before opening. And yep. Adrian. For some reason, some things are a little... Yeah. Says Torga, I think she passed through a little while ago, yeah. No, the priest was quite a while ago, comparatively at least. Let's heal you up. Little Patch. Yeah. Little Patch told you that it was one of the rumors that he heard while you guys were away. Because you had asked him to keep an ear to the ground. Okay. So you guys arrive to a mostly empty common room. Seems to be an old public house. Let's see. Looks like it was meant to be. It's built to be an inn that. It looks like it was meant to look like something from the pirate city of Luskan. But it has fallen on hard times. Worse than the town itself. So the walls are sturdy, but the floorboards are rotting, and you feel drafts coming up from the cellar as you walk in. You see the occasional rat running past. It's pretty gross. The the common room. And this guy's not here yet. So he's just a guy nursing a drink. And this guy isn't here yet. The barkeep is kind of like quiet and seems a little depressed, and just looks upstairs and says he'll probably be down pretty soon. He wants his afternoon drink. I think he's just working on a couple of things before he comes down. Alright. So, okay. So you guys get to about the door when this shady-looking guy starts coming down the stairs and says, "They are not, no." Oh no, this is not the right guy. This guy comes down the stairs. There we go. And he says, "I am the speaker, yes." He smiles and says, "What has to happen, has to happen." He says, "Yes, let's take a breath. I'm sorry that you're upset. I take it you're a worshipper of Oral. I I did this. I did this because the people needed something to help them get through. One person every few 10 days is nothing compared to the hope that it inspires that this winter will finally end. Maybe. He says, well, most of the ones who don't agree pay, what's his name? Pay, scaff to, get out of it. Scath is my sheriff. Sometimes. Well, you'd have to speak to Scath about that. I'm sorry? You can roll an insight. What was that, Iggy? Says, I think next 10 day. He's a little slippery. Says, well, I'm the speaker. I can't be. They need me to lead. They need him to lead the militia as well. Yes. Yes, it is. Next election is 2 years from now. Last one was about 3 years back, actually. Oh, I've only been elected once. If it is, it is. No. Probably yes. Now, would you like drinks? On me. He walks over to the barkeep and taps the bar. And the barkeeper really quickly runs over and grabs a drink and... yeah. Okay. You head out. Blue-eyed person. He didn't institute a lottery. I don't know anyone with blue eyes other than your friend here. You check with Scath. He keeps a better track of the comings and goings here. Well, the druid came in and made her claims and made a convincing point. Enough people agreed, so majority ruled, and I made the final decision to follow what the majority of the citizens wanted. There was a town hall meeting, and, as I said, the majority voted in favor. I don't know. She left town some months ago. In case she's right. Some things. Oh, okay. Melissa's having some trouble with Discord, so unfortunately she had to hop out, so we will switch back to a 5-player game. Okay. And I see your note there. I'm just saying. Who would know about druids? I'm not too sure. Yes, the druid who's not here. She just, she turned into one of the rats and went to speak with them. And yeah, not too. So So, the speaker looks at Stamos and says, you know, I do have a proposition that might work for you and your group. You know, I've got some materials up in my room if you'd like to. If your friends want to learn more about the comings and goings, in case this blue-eyed man has been through, Scaff is right at the end of the bar there. Okay. So, let's go with Skamos first as you go up. Nope, I need to do it this way. Level up. And you two are... Oh, and there's some problems with all of the stuff here. This goes there. There we go. Okay, so he walks you down the hall and over into his private chambers. You see three flying snakes in cages, and he goes over to a box and opens it up and starts feeding each of them a rat. Says, so you're the contact I was told to keep an eye out for. Oh, do we have Melissa back? Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's messed up all the places. So we'll be a little off for now. At least Connor will be a little bit off for now until we figure out if she's back. So he says, well, like I said, I do have a bit of a proposition. have you heard anything about what's going on up in Tourmaline? Well, there's a mine, troubles with their coal mine. The current speaker is not doing the best job, and I would like to get rid of him without killing him, of course. Of course. Who wants to murder anyone? That's not what we do anymore when possible. And I've been in contact with an officer up there, Lieutenant Garin. He's next in line to become the sheriff. He tells me that the speaker's out of his depth trying to deal with this mine. If you could perhaps head up to Tourmaline and clear out whatever's caused the miners to run scared out of the mine. Do so on my behalf. I would be eternally grateful. And of course, Lieutenant Garin is the one who contracted you. He found out about you through me. He is, well, he's one to be easily controlled from my perspective. Oh yes, I mean, we've been putting out some some feelers to try to gain a little more control in the trade up here, and the more speakers we have for the company, the better things can be, correct? Perhaps it's easier to control the populace when they're afraid of being caught in the lottery and paying for the to be kept out of it, but I noticed. Well, I had been thinking of providing some monetary compensation, 50 gold to talk up Lieutenant Garin after clearing out the mine, but well, I can see what I can do about this. Excellent. All right. Is there anything else I can do for you? He's more of a mercenary than than what the Zentarum really are anymore. But perhaps if you need a God damn it, cat. Perhaps if you need an escort to Tourmaline, he could provide some. As I was saying downstairs, he might have some information about people who've come and gone. Small things. I guess either goblins or kobolds, maybe some angry halflings. Very well. And we will head back down. While these two are upstairs, who would like to be speaking to Scaff? Yeah, the sheriff. Yeah. Nerith pointed you towards him as possibly knowing something about the man with the blue eyes. Yep, that would be Scaff. That is Scaff. No. Yeah. About here? No. Nothing special, of course. Okay. One for each of you. He really quickly gets you all of them, and Scaff says, well, thank you. Scaff, by the way, is a red-skinned tiefling. He's wearing, like, actual armor, which is not too common. Your paladin friend wears it, but most of the time people don't wear metal armor because firearms are pretty decent against that kind of thing. Seems not so sturdy, kind of like the rotting floorboards. I mean, there's one nearby that you could hop on. You hope it'll... Okay. Yeah, you think you could manage it. All right. So, Scout says, well, about your rumors, I've heard about, I've heard about some sort of monster in the lake, mostly been messing with the fishers from Bremen. They haven't, it hasn't done anything about any of the fishers from here. I don't know. Monster doesn't like Bremen, I guess. Nothing. As far as I know, pops out from beneath. says, I've heard there's usually survivors, but I don't work in Bremen, so not my responsibility. Especially since it's not hassling my citizens. Yep. Exactly. Nothing much. There was some druid a few months back. Sandy blonde hair. You know, the druid type. All the furs and stuff. Preaching about her Queen of Air and Darkness, some bullshit like that, and how, oh, you have to sacrifice lives to her or else the winter will get worse. And a bunch of rubes fell in line, and, well, it's easy to take advantage of rubes. And then there was someone who got murdered recently. Let's see. Oh yes, murdered. Someone who had paid me, who had paid his way out of the lottery fairly recently, actually. This last lottery, actually. Adrian's only there because he paid to get out of it. Arnold. Just Arnold. Most of the people here don't tend to have last names outside of, you know, Carpenter and Thatcher, and I don't really pay attention to that kind of crap. He paid his way out and told as much to the other guy. He was murdered here. Someone fled a city. It's been happening, I suppose. She went north, towards Tourmaline. I think she came from Bremen. Yeah, that's fine. Make one of those boards with the with the yarn. Spooky druid. Yeah, Vernus. Like Venus with an R. No, she was blonde. The blue-eyed one, he says, was different. Yeah, he came to me morning of the murder. Let me pull him up so that I can give you a bit of a description. Let's go back. It is this one. He was a decently tall guy, about 6 feet, black hair, bit of gray coming from the front, longer hair in a ponytail. Had a soul patch and didn't dress for the weather. Shorts. Oh, I haven't seen him since day after the murder. Hey, he left my town. Says, I do know he was one of the guards for Torg's caravan. That much I can tell you. Says, I don't know if they went... Sorry, no, I don't know if they went west or north. Just that they left town. Definitely didn't head to Bryn Shander because they came from Bryn Shander, and Torga is not about to go back to a place that she just left. Says, well, I'm accepting bribes until be 7 days from now. So next lottery is pulled, 8 days, and that person is sacrificed at that time. Oh, that would be very expensive. Do you know how many people are here that you would have to pay for? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, if you want to win, I can definitely make that happen. I suppose. Of course. You'll be staying here that long? 8 days when it gets pulled. He's accepting bribes until 7 days. North, Tourmaline. It's the very next town. He tells you that to get to Tourmaline, you're looking at, he says, on foot about 4 hours. And you know that with your big wagon, it would take you about as long. Seventh day from now. Then we have to choose someone new. We did it with Adrian. Yeah. That's what Vernus told us to. Pretty close to, yeah. This out-of-towner. It's just not likely that they'd be pulled. Yeah. All right. So, it was about 6 days. The guy who bribed his way out is dead. He was killed here. Oh, you heard it all. You were right next to him when he started shouting. For the most part, yes. Ten Towns is like the frontier. It's basically the Wild West still. Probably, yeah. Possibly, yeah. Severin's not here. Scath, by the way, doesn't seem too happy about that. But speaking of Severin, he shrugs. But um, I'm, well, I was appointed. I'm the most qualified, and they tend to appoint the most qualified. Alright. Maybe. Probably. Let's head over to Severin in the town square. What's going on there? What's going on there? Alright. Alright, you've got a few... You've got a few people who are nodding along and... Alright. Alright. You You've got... No. You're not getting people... You're not getting people who are stripping with you, but... Yeah. You're getting a bunch of people riled up, and you get the feeling that some other people are getting riled up, but for the opposite reason, because they think you're trying to, you know, keep the winter going. So well, you've got your blue eyes and you've got your holy symbol. Now, how your holy symbol is, I don't know where you've got it. If it's like the pendant or if it's emblazoned on your shield or something like that. Okay. You're you're getting a decent amount. Oh yeah. It's going on during, but he had to get there. So you're you're probably finishing your conversation around this time, and Skamos and Nerth are coming downstairs as well. Okay. Yeah. I mean, what does your magic look like? Okay. 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 So, yeah, what does your magic look like? I'll allow this. You're doing something that your god would appreciate. So you're starting off with it just being a normal funeral rite, and then you feel the power of this coming through. You'll still use a spell slot, but um, you're casting a spell that you don't have prepared. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That sounds wonderful. That's great. Hell yeah. So her mother comes to you crying and hugs you for that. And she's. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. Beautiful. Okay. You do have a bunch of basically converts who are standing there watching this. And yeah. Yeah. That is perfect. Actually, I think that might actually even be the weather. Yeah, the weather for today. I mean, it's minus 48 Celsius, and it's got a light breeze, and then that is exactly when the dusting of snow begins. Yeah. So, let's head back to Skamos and Nerth coming downstairs having had their chat. And you see the others who have finished their discussion with Scath. What's going on? All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So are you taking that in place of the 50 gold reward? Okay. Good to know. Yep, that was the speaker. Sorry, this guy in the black here, that was an accident. I forgot that I had the speaker over to the side hidden from you guys. So it wasn't your reward, it was everyone's reward. Yep. Yep, it's the end of the ceremony. You're still consoling the mother, but yeah, that's when they're walking up. Oh, I guess. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The harsh truth of death, but not, but that it was done incorrectly. So she's still dead, but yeah, yeah, yeah. And so, by the way, with the piety, I'm letting you guys choose. Like, I'm letting you guys keep track of that yourselves. But with this ceremony, I'm gonna give you an extra two on top of what you think you should be getting for this session. So let me know if that takes you. Well, that's not going to take you to 10, I don't think yet. But okay, yeah, okay. So you'll get the first piety feat then at 3. So I'll toss that onto your character sheet after the game. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. All right. Okay. Hi, buddy. Okay. And Alright. Alright. You were looking at Torm or Gond or one of those ones that's about consumption of knowledge. All right. All right. Young woman with glasses. Who are you asking? Okay. Scath. He says, doesn't ring a bell. I've heard tell of her, but I haven't met her. Okay. He's even less sure. You get the feeling that he doesn't really pay attention to that sort of thing. He leaves it all to Scath. Oh yes, definitely. Okay. Bartender, very quiet, and just, he doesn't even speak, he just shakes his head. He says 2 silver. Okay. He pockets them. He puts two in his old-timey till and then pockets the other. Brewing spices. Says, I don't do any brewing here, unfortunately. You're looking at good mead. You might be able to get some spices from the Emporium in Brinchander. That's where I order most of my supplies. Yeah. Yeah. I think you have to think about it. You have to know what you need. Okay. I think that's exactly what I was thinking. And yeah, you pull out some cinnamon sticks. All right. And so... Okay. And you guys are you staying the night, or are you planning on heading north right away? It's yeah. It's basically yeah. Yeah. 4. Yeah. It's just a little after noon. Okay. So, you guys head out, and the highest of noon that there is in Icewind Dale, which is basically dusk right now. The sun barely makes it doesn't even make it over the horizon, even at noon. And take 4 hours to take the road up north. And that's where we'll call it. We'll pick up next week, and yeah, you guys will be in Tourmaline. All right. And hopefully Melissa's connection will be a little better, and she'll be able to join us for the whole game instead of only 5 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see. Maybe she'll be able to spend some time drawing something. That Yeti was amazing. I need her to share that Yeti picture. And if she does a slaad, she's got to share that too. Tarot cards. Hey, we don't have any merch. We've only got 3 viewers right now, but merch. Yeah. He didn't offer any suggestions, but he just asked if anyone's thought anything up. I'm assuming, New Juju, that you're a man. I'm sorry if that's wrong. But I do know that they are Canadian as well. They were quite happy to see that we were Canadian back when I first posted that. Yeah. Yeah. You still sometimes lean forward for that microphone. Yeah. Yeah. And I do post these on YouTube as well. So if anyone only captured, I haven't. Maybe I should do that. Yeah. Yeah. You never know. Yeah. Well, watch the VOD. Yeah. No, he drank all three at the same time. Yeah. That's why he was sick. Because Severn told him to. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Watered down as well. As watered down as possible so that it's basically just water. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, he tried eating it, so that didn't work. You have that because you're an atheist. Protection from good and evil, his does not, because um, he's an atheist. So he gets that spell that he can cast once without the material components, I believe. Yeah. Tieflings are common. No, they're common. Sorry. Yeah. Well, you. Yeah. It'll come out right through your gooch. Just boom. Give you a third hole. Everyone could. Unfortunately not, because it's originating from him, so it goes away. Sorry. And yeah. It would say in the spell wording. Yeah. They do not have to see it. Just, yeah, just keep in mind how much HP he has. I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure it does, and I let you kill the other one because it had been in a jar for a few hundred years. That's the only reason you were able to kill the other one so easily. Keep in mind that it's also wrapped around his heart. If you get to 0, then you have to. If you get to 0, then you have to roll your death saves. If you get to negative your HP, you are dead. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Lots of money if you can get it alive. All right. Sounds good. See everyone later. Okay. Bye. And now for some end credits. I'll leave these on for a couple minutes. Let's say until my live timer gets to say 3:15. It's currently at 3:13:26. And yeah, unfortunately I can't put music on this time because the last time I put music on, I got not a strike, but YouTube didn't like it and wanted to take money from the episode for ads, and no, thank you. Anyway, hopefully folks will join us next week.